So, um, starting the business, some of my challenges were learning the landscape of commercial permits. Each Forest Service requires its own permit, whether it's a priority or a temporary permit. BLM requires their own permits, state parks, and certain recreation areas. They all require a different permit. Navigating the permit process is really challenging. I'm happy to answer anybody's questions. If you have questions, I'm definitely not the know-all. I have tried to ask questions of all land managers and agencies, but I also talked to other outfitters that I know and have built a relationship with and said, how do you navigate this? Do you have a specific contact? And what kind of tips and tricks could you give me for this? And I think that's helped me out a lot. Maintaining a positive attitude and understanding that if you put in a permit, like let's say it is November now, and I want to put in a permit for January, it might not happen. Many
Right.
agencies have a long process where it goes through several checks and balances, environmental impact studies, and things of that nature. And so those agencies run on their own kind of timeline. And it's generally much, much longer than a private business timeline of, develop an idea, culture the idea, implement the idea, and, run with it. So
Right.
you just have to understand that. And that's
Have the
some of those
patience.
challenges. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Other challenges that we have struggled with, continue to struggle with, you hit the nail on the head. It's finding good guides. It's educating those guides, and it's helping find the staffing for all the little mundane things.
Hmm.
Um, that's challenging. Good guides are hard to find. Anybody who wants to work in the outdoors, I really encourage it. It's fun and it's rewarding. There's not often a lot of, the pay is not often really high, and I would love to pay people a lot. But right now the market just doesn't bear a lot. I pay more
Sure.
than minimum wage because I value my guides. I value their input and I value their time. And
Hmm.
so I think when it comes to going to guide school, some outfits you have to pay to go to guide school. Other ones, they provide that as like on the job training. So invest in yourself with medical training, invest in yourself with, outdoor leadership training, and don't be afraid to cold call and say, I want to be a guide. What do I need to do? Can I just come and help out? I think those
Sure.
things help out.
Awesome.
And tools that have helped my business, there's a lot, but the most, I'd say the most valuable tool to me currently is utilizing an online booking platform. There's a lot out there, and I encourage you to look at the variety of options.
Sure.
I've used tools from Zendesk to the one we currently use, which is Fair Harbor, and each one offers different things. And you need to just know and what those are, and not be afraid to switch if it's not working for you.
Right. It's not permanent. Don't let the permanency of something let you to like make the decision.
Right.
Try it. Okay.
Absolutely. And I'm very pleased with Fair Harbor. I have never found a situation so far where I can't work with them, or they can't fix my problem.
Hmm.
And I like that. Customer service is great, but everybody's
Right.
going to find what they want. And that's the biggest thing is yeah, it's not permanent. You can always switch it up. Especially now, you need to be able to pivot. And I think that's really important.
And you're probably
As
seeing,
times change.
sorry, go ahead. Yeah. And
No,
you're probably seeing the value of advanced forecasting, what's going to happen, and then being able to back up and staff to that. Where if you're not taking reservations or don't have a calendar view or a forecasting view of here's all the business coming in the next 2 months, I really need to hire somebody today to maybe meet that demand,
right.
or make sure you have all the permits and all those things. So there's one component of just receiving the bookings and not answering phone calls and having a system, but the two of what it does to your business as a whole is being able to back up and forecast financial planning, labor planning, staffing, all those things that come along with the online booking system. The value is truly, I feel like if I was in your shoes, that's exactly what I would choose too.
Yeah. Yeah. Year one, we did booking the old fashioned way. You called the book, we wrote it down. It was a paper and pencil process. And we had one hiccup at one of our busiest times. And I at that day, I was like, this will never, ever happen again. And we just need to find the right tool for this to work. And since then, it just makes you feel more organized, look more organized to the customers, and provide a lot of, I mean, the time component, is huge, and you don't notice it right away. But, if all of the rentals I had this summer, I had to talk with everybody on the phone, one, I'd love it. It would be wonderful. But at the same time, I would have needed to hire somebody just to answer the phone and take rentals when it's easy for them to log online and read and then make a booking if they want, and then call if they have questions or call right before. I think it makes it easier for you and it makes it easier for the customer. So
Right.